a drug now with Acetobacter baumannii. Okay, so I'll give you the answer. So halcidin was the molecule and abaucin is the drug. So Acetobacter baumannii and sin for the drug and halicin for the molecule. So great answer. All right, no teams getting it this time. All right. So yeah, you could have derived it. I mean, you could have taken some silly guess and something would have come up. But all right, great try anyway. All right, so we're up with round 4 and we come to the final round. Yeah, so now we'll be revealing the scores, please.
We have Team A leading with 90 points.
Okay.
Team C coming second with 35 points. Team B with 15 points. And Team D with 5 points.
All right. Excellent. Can we have a round of applause for the participants and also for the audience? All right. So coming to the final round now. All right. So a lot of enthusiasm from you guys. Last round, last set of 4 questions. All right. Okay. So here it goes. So Team D is direct, right? Are you ready? Team D, final round. First question for you on the screen. X was an English mathematician and writer who was known for her friendship and correspondence with a certain Y on his second project, which is called the Analytical Engine. X was the only legitimate child of poet Lord Byron, and her mother, the person's ex-mother, Lady Byron, she was anxious about X's upbringing and promoted Dash's interest in mathematics and logic in an effort to prevent her from developing her father's perceived insanity. You have to ID X and Y and what is X credited for. All right, so X is she's the daughter, or maybe she's the daughter of the poet Byron. And Byron had a very ecstatic and, eccentric personality. Her mother did not want her to sort of develop it. So she told him, keep it a maths pado. And she did that. And she was really good at it. And she met this certain person, Y, again, a very instrumental figure in her development. Who is that person? What did she do? What is she known for? Bounces, I'm afraid, are closing in 3, 2, 1. Team D is direct. I need the full name of the person. And what is she known for? Okay. Your hints? She's the daughter of
Lovelace Byron.
Lovelace
Byron.
Okay. Lovelace. Okay. Do you know the full name of the? Are you going for X and Y?
I'm going for the X.
You're going for the X. All right. Then, okay, you're going for the X. Lovelace Byron. I'm afraid I can't give it to you. All right. Okay. So Team D is answered that direct. I'm going to pass on to Team C now. Anyone in the audience who would like to take a guess? All right, Aditya will come to you in a moment. Team C, please. Nothing? Okay, I'll give you a hint. I'll give you all a hint. Again, it's something related to computers. She's a woman. And the timeline is way back, 1900s. All right, 1900s, what was happening in the 1900s. All right, she's a lady. She's done something. She's met a person who's been instrumental in computer science. Who could it be? One name in computer science in the 1800s coming up. All right, Team B. No guesses? Team A.
So X was Ada Lovelace. She
Right.
developed the first algorithm.
Okay, I'm going to give it to you. Who's Y?
Can I make a guess?
Yeah, of course.
Y would be Charles Babbage.
Excellent answer. All 3 points answered correctly. So A is indeed Ada Lovelace. She was Lady Byron's daughter. I'm sure Aditya would have known this. That's why he's raising his hand. B was Charles Babbage, whom she developed a correspondence with when he was working on his project called the Analytical Engine, which was basically he was making the first computer at that time. And it was 1848 at that time, right? And so she developed a correspondence with him, and she made Charles Babbage realize that that computer could be capable of composing and arranging, elaborate sequences of music. So something that we all take for granted, our Spotify engine, was actually conceptualized in 1848. And she basically made notes, and which she sent to Charles Babbage. And in her note number G, she added a step-by-step description for something that was, technological, and for something called Bernoulli numbers. The computation of Bernoulli numbers with Babbage's machine, which she developed, was an algorithm, as rightly stated by Team A, making her the world's first computer programmer. All right. So So that was the full answer to the question. Okay, great job, Team A, getting +5 on the pounds. Okay, this is Team C's direct. Yeah. Question number 18, the second last of the quiz. We go ahead. Right, on the board. X is an organization which was founded by Joy Bulamwini, a Canadian-American computer scientist and digital activist who was formerly based at the MIT Media Lab. She works to challenge bias in decision-making, software, using art and advocacy and research to highlight the social implications and harms of artificial intelligence. You have to name X. I've given you the person's name, Joy Bulamwini. She's a Canadian scientist, used to work at MIT, and she founded an organization, X, which has a story behind it. I need the name of the story. This organization, for the name, think DC Comics. Team C is direct. You have 10 seconds to answer. Right? No negatives. You can take a guess. And yeah, I've given you the hint, DC Comics is all I can say. If you had to name an organization after something famous on DC Comics, what cool name would you have given this organization? Team D, we would like to take a guess. Okay, we'll come to you. I'm sorry, we'll have to close it now since you haven't answered in time. Team B. Okay, any guesses? Team C, you want to take a guess? Anything? Just okay. What DC Comics? What am I referring to?
Luther Industries.
Oh my God! No, come on. All right, but good try. Good try. You're going towards the villainous side. I was expecting you would say like heroes, but oh no, you had your chance. B, Team B, come on. All right, no guesses from Team B. Team A.
Batmobile.
Oh, no. You've just selected one person. You were supposed to call the whole gang. Anyone in the audience? Yeah, so it's called the Algorithmic Justice League. So the story behind this organization is really interesting, and there's a wonderful documentary on Netflix that you can watch about it. It's called Coded Bias. So while Joy was working at the MIT Media Lab, her work focused on some facial recognition, right? And she was dark complexion. So at that time, when she was working, she realized that the algorithm that she was devising was having difficulty recognizing her skin just because she was, dark complexion, because most of the data sets that you train your AI on are from white-skinned individuals, basically because of the fact that there are more white-skinned individuals and the people who developed AI are from white-skinned countries. And, because the pre-training data set is wrong, so you have those effects reflecting on the training data set as well. And then basically she got the idea to develop this project called Gender Shades, wherein she compared all these different, softwares at that time, those algorithms by famous companies like IBM, Microsoft, and Face Plus. And she realized that for lighter-skinned men, while the error detection rate was less than 1%, for women, for dark complexion women, it was about 47%. And then basically she went on to become a champion for, eliminating racial and gender bias in AI. So kudos to her, and I would definitely recommend you watch this documentary, really revealing. All right, so that was Team C's question, and we move on to the penultimate question of the quiz. Team B, here's an interesting one for you. Okay, so this is Moore's law, which was a prediction given by a very instrumental figure in technology, Gordon Moore, in 1965, which to date has been a guiding principle for the semiconductor industry for close to 60 years. What I want from you is, can you give me the interpretation of the Moore's law? Just the basic funda would do. There's a graph to assist you, shows you data from 1972 to 2020, and there are certain numbers that are increasing exponentially with a straight line graph. So this is mathematics for you. Team B, pounds closing in 3, 2, 1. Pounces are closed. Question, Team B, 15 seconds to answer. Question open to the audience. All right, Aditya, we'll come to you. Moore's law. All right, sir, we'll give it to you as well. So something that was, predicted or stated in 1965, still to date is a very, very instrumental principle, and people are actually trying to keep up with it. And any of you into gaming would be actually very familiar, because we all wait for the latest updates for, most processing power and whatnot, and what is the latest tech coming out. So yeah, all of that is just guided by one thing this man said, and basically the whole industry is trying to keep up with it and still standing by. What is Moore's law? All right, I'm afraid I have to close it for Team B. Team A, would you like to take a guess now? Use the graph to your advantage. 1972, 2020, there are numbers. If you know who's Gordon Moore, it would help. Take a guess.
Sales of quantum chips.
All right,
Game.
you're in the right area, but not quite there. So I can't give it to you. I'm sorry. Team D, come on. Take a wild guess. What could it be? What could have Gordon Moore, a tech pioneer? And you all heard of the company which Gordon Moore founded. I'm definitely sure. If you have laptops, it's right there on the board. You know, yeah.
Like with advancement in technology, the number of AI devices would increase with advancing year.
Okay, not quite AI devices, but all right.
The number of GPU processors on the setup increases the computational power. The company is Intel.
Okay, the company is Intel, you're right. And I want the law to be sort of specific. You've given me a general answer. I can't give it to you. I'm sorry. The law is the law, so it can't be changed, right? All right, so I think I'll close it. Sir, I'll give it to you, please. Excellent, sir. Excellent, sir. So that's what Gordon Moore said. Please, a round of applause for that answer. So Gordon Moore in 1965, he was the co-founder of Intel. So what he basically said was that the number of transistors in the microchip, in the semiconductor, it'll double every 2 years. That's what he predicted. So the computational power is supposed to increase every 2 years, with the cost remaining the same or reducing by half over the few years. And then a few years later, he made that amendment, and he said that it'll sort of double every year. So now to keep up with that standard, so you can see because of what he said, the number of transistors is on the XY axis, and the year the microchip was introduced is on the left. And you can see such an exponential increase, which is still continuing. And every year at each conference, at each CES, the latest semiconductors and technology and all the chips are, laid out. And you can see that the computational power only keeps on increasing. And this is what Intel has to show for it. The company is obviously Intel. And if you want to read a book about, how such, almost microscopic devices, the role they play in the global dominance, I would recommend you read Chip War, which is a wonderful book written on the role of semiconductors in today's global political dominance. So amazing read for the audience. All right, so great job on that answer, sir. And I think we'll move on to the last question of the quiz. Team A, are you ready on board? All right, this was on the screen for you. An AI camera at a football game in Scotland kept mistaking something for the ball, ruining the game for fans. Instead of employing a cameraman, the teams relied on an AI-powered camera that is programmed to follow the ball throughout the match. Unfortunately, the plan went awry when the camera got confused and kept mistaking X for the football during Saturday's match. What is X? So this is one for the AI blooper, because we're ending the quiz. Why not end it on a funny note? Any pounces? Closing in 3, 2, 1. Okay, B has pounced, and Team C has also pounced. All right. So Team A, you have about 15 seconds left to answer. Team B and C on the
Was it a bird?
Taking your guess within the time limit. All right. Issues. Okay, you have your answer. So A answered a bird. Anyone wants to take a guess? Football and a camera. Sir, Dipanjan sir, to end the quiz, please. Yes, sir, just a second. Okay.
So a bald head.
Wait, sorry. Yeah, yes. Sir, your answer? Yeah, it's a bald head. Exactly. The camera confused the referee's bald head for the football, and it kept following the referee's bald head during the game. So, right, sir. Sorry, my correction. The linesman. Yes, sir. So, yeah. So I think Team B and C both got it right on the pounds. So plus 10 to them. And yeah, we come to the end of the quiz here. And I hope this was able to give you like a mix